Hey everybody, welcome. Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy here. As always, many thanks for watching, tuning in to see this video today. The other night I was messing around on the internet looking at YouTube videos, as we all do. I follow quite a few other golfers on YouTube. Who do I look at? Mark Crossfield, Rick Shields, Peter Finch, Tiupolo TV, all these guys, you know, fried eggs, bloody blah, and they all, I think, produce some really good content, and it's always good to see what these guys are talking about. But I was watching one of Rick Shields' videos recently actually, and he was talking about the Mizuno T-7 Wedge, and he was doing his review on it. No axe to grind here with Rick Shields. I think his stuff is very good, but he talked about this wedge and said how it felt very hard when he was hitting it. So I haven't done a review on this club yet, although it's been out for quite a while, the Mizuno T-7 Wedge. As you can see in my Golf Academy here, I do a lot of Mizuno stuff. And on the shelf here, I've got pretty much, not all the wedges, but a very good selection. We'll talk a little bit more about these in detail, I think. We've got two different finishes. We've got this white satin finish and we've got this blue IP finish. No difference here in performance between the two. It's purely a cosmetic thing. I was watching some of the golf yesterday from the BMW at Wentworth over here in England. Noticed that Luke Donald's got these in the bag. So it is, you know, just a cosmetic. Lots of different lofts. We start down at 46 and I think we go to 62. But, you know, certainly to 60 with every loft imaginable, with lots of different bounce options. So Mizuno have really covered all their loft options here, allowing you to really dial in your gaps. So let's say if you bought a set of the JPX 900 forged irons, loft on those is coming in at 45 degrees from memory. Is it 45 or 46? I think it's 45. I should know that. So if you, let's say you go, so let's for argument's sake say it's 46. From there you would probably have a few options. You would maybe go to a 50 degree gap wedge, then maybe a 56 and a 60. Some people will go 46, 45 degree wedge, then go 52 degree and 58. So the choices are huge, and it very much comes down to personal preference on how you fill those gaps. Anyway, back to the wedge in question. It's a beautifully simple design. We've got the loft and the bounce here over in the toe. It's very uncluttered on the back. We've got the Mizuno Runbird logo stamped in here. We've got T7 on there. And this is a forged wedge, but it's also got some boron in it as well. So what we're going to do is take this through into the hitting area. I've got a 52 degree, 9 degree bounce here, and I want to do my own test and give you my own opinion on, does it feel hard, and talk about what hard means. It's very subjective, isn't it, this feel that we get off golf clubs. So we'll talk more about that. So we're going to go next door, get in the hitting area, get on GC2, hit some golf balls, and tell you a bit more about it. Right, let's hit some shots here, guys. GC2 running. I'm on the 9th hole at the Belfry on the Brabazon course. It is approximately 100 yards to flag, but it does play quite a long way uphill. So it's probably playing more like about a 110 shot to factor in how far it is on an upslope. So going to hit some shots, see how we go. As I say, I've got Titleist Pro V1 balls down on the deck, and I've got a 52 degree wedge in my hand. Let's go. Needs to spin back this one. She probably will. Not a great deal on it. Carried that 109 yards. Let's hit a few more shots. I'm going to talk to you about this feel. It looks great behind the ball, I must say. I love the simplicity of it. That felt pretty good. It's pitching right over the flag, this one, and zipping back pretty nicely to about 4 or 5 feet. Let me just dive in here. Feel. Okay, let's talk about this whole business of feel. As I said next door, feels incredibly subjective. My honest opinion is this does not feel hard to me. Okay, I see what he means, see what Rick Shields means. It doesn't feel super soft. Do I want a wedge that feels super soft? Not really. I'm not bothered, to be quite honest. What I'm bothered about is where the ball finishes up and can it spin. So I personally wouldn't buy a wedge just on something how it felt softer. Absolutely fine by me. I think if you're using a decent golf ball like a Pro V1 or a decent Bridgestone or a Chrome Soft or something like that, I think the golf ball is probably the biggest factor on how it's going to feel. We have this whole raging debate, don't we, between a forged club and a cast club and which one's better and is softer better than harder. I have no idea how to answer that question. All I would say is if you want something that feels soft, use a forged club. If you're not bothered, then try various ones. So I kind of see what he means about it feeling a little bit harder. I'm going to hit a couple more shots. Yeah, pretty nice strike, that one. Looking good. Oh my words! Glad that wasn't fixed, folks. That was I nearly went in, as you can see. That was. I'm feeling quite excited. I haven't held the shot on GC2 since the last king died, I think. Anyway, that was great. It does feel good. I kind of get his point. Maybe it feels a bit firmer because of the boron. There is a little bit of boron on this, but I tell you what, it's a fantastic wedge. Let's bring some details up. Let's look at some spin numbers and things like that. So we'll move a little bit closer into the screen and I'll just talk you through some of the spin numbers. That last shot nearly went in. Amazing. Final bit of this video is just to have a little look at some numbers for the Mizuno T-7 Wedge. Really enjoyed hitting it. Let's check out some of these shots and show you what's happening. I'll flash this up on the screen so that you can see it in more detail. Clubhead speed there was averaging 71 miles an hour, which is about where I'd want to be with a pitching wedge stroke gap wedge. What else can I tell you? Spin. We all like to see how these wedges are spinning, don't we? Average there just under 9,000 really. Had 85, 85, 88, 75, 91, 65 on the last shot that nearly went in, which was definitely the best strike. Carry distances there. Little bit of variance. 109, 104, 101 give me an average of 105 carry. That again, these differences in numbers can be subjective to strike, bloody blah, launch angles, things like that. Overall, cracking wedge, really enjoyed hitting it. This thing about feel, love to get your comments on it. Is feel important? Is it more important? Are there more important things to consider? Certainly to some people, feel is everything. So it's a great discussion to have, isn't it? So if you're in the market for some fantastic wedges this year, I strongly urge you to go and consider the Mizuno T-7 Wedges. You will not be disappointed. Thanks for watching. Advertisement before we go. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, give us a little click down the bottom, and there's a little bell icon next to that as well. If you do want an alert when I post a new video, then that will give you. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Love to get your comments on this wedge. Any of you using it, have tried it, let me know what you think and we can have a little discussion. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with more videos, and all the best.